Preparing to live stream the meeting.
We are now live on YouTube, is what my screen says.
We're live?
We are lively.
Broadcasting to you?
Live on the Ubith Tubith.
Super Highway?
We are very much live.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Just going to go ahead and get some quick copying and pasting done to Facebook. But hello, everybody.
We will give everybody we are a few minutes late because we are, and but now we'll give everybody a chance to dive out there in the YouTube world and see if they can find us and pull up the video, and then we will have fun and laugh.
And we are posted to Facebook.
We are posted. We are everywhere. We are live and lively.
Yes, very lively this intro has been.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I've been working on it all day.
Our weird energy to start these live streams off.
I'm still sitting here trying to find us on YouTube, so I'm lost and confused.
Well, that's an okay place to be. In these are trying times.
These are trying times.
I heard that on a car commercial once.
I've heard that on every commercial. Did you know these are tough times? Did you know these are trying times? Thank you for reminding us on every commercial you do. In these trying times. And now I'm just rambling.
We're perpetuating
Oh, there we are.
it.
I have us now.
There we are.
And right. Video. By the way, for those of you that want a little insight, this is how all of our meetings start now.
Yes. This is typical Zoom world for everyone.
Eric.
I mean, our meetings don't have as much. Are we on now? Are we live now? Is it now?
Is it now?
We don't have that, at least.
Do we have pants on?
Well, I mean.
Regrettably.
I don't mean to, but I am.
But we are online. We are on YouTube.
It was 5 minutes before the stream. I was about to log on, and I realized, I don't think I've run a comb through my hair all day. So.
It looks fabulous.
Thank you.
You can tell mine's a little COVID. All over the place.
Yeah, I've absolutely not run a comb through my hair.
You can pull that off, though. You're making that work.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, it's that.
So it's Omaha Gives today, and we just thought we'd go live. We were planning a big event at the theater, but there's this thing called COVID that has slowed us down. So we decided, why not do an hour's worth of filming for your entertainment pleasure? And now we were looking at our latest updates on Omaha Gives, and we have had, as I wait for it to refresh, $600 in donations so far. That is up $400 from last year. That's incredible. I would love to see us by the end of this hour. I'm going to be that guy to see us go over $1,000.
Oh, we're going to get that in this hour?
Light up our phones right now.
Yes, operators are standing by.
Operators are standing by on the internet on Omaha Gives to where you can donate
telethon
and give to Big Canvas. While we wait for more people to log into the thing, let's just go ahead and thank Denise, and I'll probably slaughter these names. You guys can help me. Denise Harity, Anonymous, Tom Becca, yes, the Tom Becca, Anonymous, Bill Swanson, Dwayne Brown, Jessica Kent, Christina Frymuth.
Krista Frymuth, yeah.
Okay. Krista, thank you, Krista Frymuth, Patty and David Hayden, Sarah Schoenfeld, Anonymous. So we've had 3 people name Anonymous donate. That's wonderful.
Is it the International Hacker Group?
Yes. Madeline Peters and Sigrid Gustafson.
Sig Gustafson.
Isn't
One
that
of your
awesome?
benefits to donating to Big Canvas during Omaha Gives is you can hear Doug cautiously try to pronounce your name.
Yes, and fail miserably 9 times out of 10.
If you wanted to hear your own name with question marks at the end of all of it, donate now.
Yeah.
Donate now. And Ben Webb is joining us on the YouTube, and Marissa Brown is joining us on the YouTube, I see. So thank you guys for checking in, and get ready to throw out some suggestions, because we're going to do just a few things in this next hour, plus promote us, promote others that are going on at Omaha Gives, promote our shows, just anything we feel like promoting, because this is a Wednesday night and we're not used to performing on Wednesday nights.
That's right. That is the unusual thing about this situation, is that it's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Usually I'm asleep on my couch by this time on Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
That's my life.
That's the way to be.
Excellent. Well, shall we get started and with our first game of the hour? And we need a topic that somebody could be an expert on. Eric and Tracy are going to be our panel of experts today. So if you can send us either by YouTube or Facebook or however you're watching this lovely event, if you can send us something that you would like to be an expert on, one of us will see it and one of us will shout out what we're an expert on.
YouTube.
What's that?
Are you watching Facebook, Douglas?
No, I am watching YouTube. Are you watching Facebook?
No.
You know, you can put suggestions anywhere on the internet. We may or may not see them.
Right. We may or may not see them.
The internet is a vast wilderness. But we're definitely looking at YouTube, at least.
Oh, and the first suggestion that pops up is just a softball for one of us. So I suppose we will do this and take this softball and hit a home run with it, because, well, we are Big Canvas. So
is the subject softball?
No, nope, but it is comic books.
Oh.
No. We will take that suggestion. Thank you, Marissa Brown. And we will start off with our lovely panel of experts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, now they all start come rolling in. Welcome to Comic Book World. My name is Esther Johnston. I am your host, and I brought together 2 of the smartest people in the world to talk about our favorite subject. That is right, comic books. Please, you, sir, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Yeah, hello. My name is Stephen, and I'm from Brainerd, Minnesota.
Stephen, Brainerd, Minnesota. Excellent. Thank you for joining our panel today.
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm normally not able to be out in formal gatherings of this kind.
Well, none of us are.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. And you, expert number 2, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Hi, my name's Gwendolyn Poole, and I am I was once a regular human being, but now I exist within the world of comic books. I've been transported inside of the comic book world, and I live inside the Marvel Universe. It's a great way to be for someone who only used to read them. Now I live inside of one.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us all the way from the Marvel Universe. And that's hopefully not copyright infringement. We'll find out, but we'll still talk about it anyway. Yes, because it's free to do in this world. Well, I'll start off, and yes.
Disney is not very litigious, so I'm sure we'll be okay.
That's true. That's what I've heard.
Relax about it.
I think Disney will they'll let it slide. So let's start off with an easy question. Which universe is better? of the many universes of comic books, please let us know Marvel, variant, any kind of Dark Horse, the comic books that you love. Which one do you think is better? How about you, Stephen?
I prefer Riverdale.
That comic book itself.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Archie and Veronica and Betty and Jughead. I'll even sometimes go and grab a sad sack and the little devil. I enjoy that whole group of characters. But Baby Huey is another one of those. I enjoy him because they drew a duck into ridiculous proportions and then put a diaper and a bib on him.
Okay. And, that's pretty much a statement on life. Grab a sad sack. Right now, that's exactly what we're doing.
Wow.
Anyway, how about you, Marvel Universe lady?
Oh, you want to know what universe the Marvel Universe lady prefers?
Yeah, I figured it was an easy question to answer, but I was going to ask it anyway.
Oh, it's a stupid, easy question. Marvel is the best universe. All the best movies come out of it. All the best comic books come out of it. And I live inside of it. And let's face it, if I lived inside the DC universe, I would have been rebooted like 13 times by now.
It's true. You'd have been killed off and started over and over again.
Jeff Johns would have had one of my limbs removed for some reason.
Well, excellent. We're going to go out to our...
Also, point of order.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Baby Huey is a Harvey character, not an Archie character.
Umbridge has been taken, madam. If it wasn't for the fact that the Marvel is just a brighter person that had more money thrown at them at the start of the entirety of the franchise, it would not have done as well as DC. I said it. All of your characters, with the exception of Spider-Man, none of them are well-rounded. They're all just bright, and again, you need the darkness that appears in DC to be able to do anything with Marvel. All right. The darkness brings the light. Marvel is just nothing more than standing in the middle of a sauna and have someone tell you that you're a good person.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was just remembering how boring the Justice League movie was, and I fell asleep.
Oh, God!
Wow, things are getting a little vicious already right off the start here. And I do have to say, DC, great TV shows, but you are correct. Marvel Universe on film is fantastic.
Well, there is no pleasing you.
No, there is no pleasing me. So we're going to go out to our lovely world out there and see some questions that we can ask you, our lovely experts. And so we'll start off. We've got a question from Ben. Ben says, what was the first comic book you bought with your own money? How about you, young lady, Marvel Universe lady?
Well, definitely the first Marvel comic I bought for myself with my own money was Wolverine number 72. I believe it was published in 1994. It had a cover that featured Wolverine and Jubilee fighting one of the Sentinels. Very eye-catching cover drawn by Dwayne Turner. And I just fell in love with it right there and then.
Excellent. And how about you, Stephen?
It was a Calvin and Hobbes compendium. It was the
Perfect.
Just packed. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Okay. Moving to our next question from Rhea, all the way from Rhea. Gwenpool, which superhero has the best butt?
Now, this is a tricky question because while I live in and favor the Marvel Universe, it is famously known that Nightwing, the adult persona of Dick Grayson in the DC Universe, has the best butt. At Marvel, well, obviously it's Captain America. He's got America's ass.
Yeah.
There you go. Stephen, do you want to chime in on this?
I mean, she is correct, because again, you need the darkness to show the firmness, which is why a DC character does have the best butt. There, I said it. I'm not going to deny it. As far as the Marvel goes, I don't even like America's ass personally.
Wow, that sounds downright treasonous.
Yes.
I definitely think the best butt in the Marvel universe is Deadpool. There, I said it.
Wow. Deadpool or Deadpool Ryan Reynolds?
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Okay, excellent.
Roy,
Excellent. We'll still wait for some more questions to roll in, but I do want to thank
No idea
Rhea
what-
for reminding me of Gwen's name because I completely forgot it. So I was referring to her
Rude.
as Marvel
Rude.
World Girl,
Marvel World Girl.
Marvel Universe
Really
Girl.
rude, and I can't believe that you would prefer Deadpool, his butt. I mean, like, you would prefer something that looks like two burnt coconuts.
Yes. It's the ridges. That's what makes the difference. It's the imperfections that you have to lean into in life that lets people know that the greatness can be enhanced. And again, he's got a real butt. Captain America's butt was genetically enhanced. Let's not kid ourselves.
Well, I think you're forgetting Deadpool's own genetically enhanced origin with the Weapon X program.
He had a nice butt before then. Captain America did not have a nice butt before then. Captain America was a scrawny little weakling that they gave anti-Nazi serum to, and he buffed up.
That's fair. Also, he's Irish.
Fair enough.
Excellent. Well, we don't seem to have any more questions coming in, so I will just lay out an easy question here right now.
I think we scared them away.
I mean, we could fight about butts some more.
We could, but that would not be a normal big canvas show. So
yeah, no,
yeah, maybe. So, what do you think of this Disney takeover of all the universes and all the comic books and everything that's happening in the world? They've got Star Wars now, that world. What is your take on it? We'll start with Stephen.
Well, I mean, it's fitting that one of the big properties that they took over was Star Wars because they are basically now the new entertainment empire. Walt Disney, if he were alive, I believe would be standing in a room with a bunch of artists shackled to their easels while he cracks a whip and drums a large drum to the rhythm, needing people to, use assembly line whimsy and just cranking out nothing, all over. It's homogenized, it's simple, it's smiley, it's happy. It's just not what we need at this point. That being said, I did enjoy a Goofy movie, but I felt like that was the beginning of the end.
Excellent. And how about you, Gwen?
I don't like to have to buy into a lot of different streaming services, so I think it's great that they're all in one place.
Fair enough. That is fair. Okay, we had a couple more questions come in. How about this one? Who would win in a fight between Josie and Cheryl Blossom? How about you, Gwen?
Well, in a fight between Josie and Cheryl Blossom, I've got to give it to Josie, I think, because she already comes armed. She's a musician, so she'll have something on hand, a microphone or guitar. And then, of course, she's got the other pussycats there to, jump in and just totally gang up on Cheryl if, the fighting goes dirty. Oh, and they all wear those tails pinned to the back of their costumes. She could definitely, just wrap that around Cheryl's neck and just, strangle.
Stephen?
Agreed. Josie definitely has the pack tactics, has a couple more people around her, and you can't mess with old Hanna-Barbera. They're cut from a different cloth.
Excellent. Well, Trevor has a unique question, and I have to ask it. What is your favorite kind of pie, and how would your favorite character cut it? How about you, Stephen?
My favorite kind of pie is clearly apple. And my favorite character, who is, well, I hate to say this, is probably the Joker, to be fair. He is my favorite. How dare you, madam? would probably not really cut it. He would just have someone smash their face into it. And next thing you know, oh, hey, there was a bomb in the pie. And boom.
Okay. And how about you, Gwen?
Is favorite kind of pie and how would my favorite character cut it? Is that
Yes.
the
Yes.
question? Well, favorite kind of pie is pumpkin. And the way my favorite character, Daredevil, would cut it is, with a knife, because he's a regular person. He's a lawyer by day.
There you go.
Although he does have ninja training, so he might do something really cool with it.
Something really cool. I find it kind of ironic that Steven doesn't like Captain America, but he loves apple pie.
Apples are delicious. Don't mock me.
Nope, just saying. All right, we'll end with we have currently going on the YouTube world. We have a fight going on between a couple of people talking about how they either can't stand Bucky or they love Bucky, and they just can't stand Bucky's face, and they feel that they're using Captain America to get the girls. Thoughts on Bucky? How about you, Gwen?
I prefer the girl Bucky from the Heroes Reborn universe, when Marvel temporarily gave the rights to the Avengers and the Fantastic Four to Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee, the Image Boys.
Excellent. So there you go. And how about you, Steven?
Nothing to add. Marvel.
Nothing to add. All right. Well, we'll end with this lovely question right here.
Which superhero? Car.
What?
Which superhero has the best theme song?
Oh, that's easy.
Yes.
Oh, you would like me to answer? Okay.
Yes.
It's the greatest American hero.
Oh, look what's happening to me.
Yeah.
I can't believe it myself.
Believe it or not.
Suddenly I'm on top of the world. Sorry. How about you, Gwen?
Well, I think obviously Spider-Man has the best theme song there ever was. It explains everything you need to know about him. I mean, it tells you his name a few times. Spider-Man. He does whatever a spider can. Tells you what size of web he can spin, any size. And how he would catch thieves, which is just like flies. And then it also has a fun warning in it where it goes, "Look out! Here comes a Spider-Man." It's just incredibly, it's a real utility of a theme song.
It's also one of the few theme songs that uses the word radioactive blood and rhyme it.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Thank you guys for the questions. One final thing. Let's one final piece of advice for anybody trying to start off collecting comic books or getting into a comic book world. Steven, what advice would you give somebody?
Well, frankly, if you're getting into collecting the comic books, just give up a basement, because Lordy, you're going to need to take up a lot of space with boxes and such. Invest in plastic sheeting. Stop licking your fingers when you turn pages.
Yep.
And yeah.
Don't dog tag things.
Sorry, what?
Don't fold the corners.
You better be lucky that we're in different rooms.
Excellent. Gwen, how about you?
Definitely encourage it. It's a great form of entertainment, especially when you're stuck at home. And I wouldn't even worry about all the basement space, like Steven's saying, because all you have to do is subscribe to Marvel Unlimited, and you can get it all digital on your iPad, and you can just have decades and decades of comic books at your fingertips. You want to read them, including mine.
Yes.
Excellent. If you're watching at home, give them a big round of applause. And all I have to say is Alpha Flight is the best comic book ever. Alpha Flight. Okay, sorry. Okay, Tracy, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Oh, let me break character first. It was a real stretch to have to...
Tracy playing Tracy as Gwen.
Live within that...
While you're giving the speech, there will be arguments in the comments the whole time.
I was just going to be when you asked me my name, I was just gonna be like, yeah, I'm Tracy Mock, but
And I would have walked out of the room.
Eric was already playing the character of a pathetic nerd, so I thought I would have to go more fictional.
Hate you. Hate you and love you.
We're Big Canvas. For those who, for some reason, are watching this feed and don't know us, we are a nonprofit organization located in Omaha, Nebraska, where we primarily teach improv and other forms of comedy, largely focusing on improv, with the overall mission statement that we believe comedy is for everyone. Meaning that the shows that we put on shows that with a family friendly. We want to make sure that anybody can walk in off the street, watch a show, and enjoy it. And we feel the same way with the classes that we teach. We believe that anyone can do what we do. If you're someone who doesn't necessarily think that I'm a funny guy, that's okay. That's improv especially teaches more than just comedy. It teaches you self-confidence. It teaches you how to roll with the punches, how to think outside of the box. It offers you so many great benefits to your own personal life, your professional life, that just also happen to be all rolled up into really silly, fun games like what we perform here on this YouTube feed, and what we perform in our physical space when we're able to return to our home in a Blackstone district. And that's just what's important to us. We want to be able to share this thing we love so much, which is comedy, with absolutely everybody in the ways that we teach it, in the ways that we perform it. And we decided to do that as a nonprofit because we hate money. We have no interest in having it, and we just think it's something that's bigger than us. I think is the idea behind that. It's more about you. What does it give to you? And we want to make sure that this thing that we love, that we think is so powerful and fun and life-changing, is something that should be available to all who could possibly enjoy and benefit from it. So that's us, and that's why we have this thing we're doing here today for Omaha Gives. It's a way to focus on so many wonderful nonprofit organizations in Omaha and surrounding areas, and we're lucky to be counted among them. And so we thought that's why we're here tonight, to just say, hey, think of the nonprofits, think of us, and have a good time.
And speaking of money and things, as we started, I listed off some of the names that have already donated. Since we have started, we have gained another $110 or $140.
What?
Marissa Brown, Tim Green, and Elise Kowalski. I hope I got that right. I'm looking at you like you know, but I don't know. But Elise, Tim, and Marissa, thank you for the donations. Tim, I will kiss you next time we see you live at the Big Canvas Theater. I know that's going to be weird, but social distancing for a while. Excellent.
Kiss with masks on.
Kiss with masks. Oh, that's it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Do it like the on Pushing Daisies. They would have a little piece of cellophane and just.
It's on. Yep, I'm in. Tim, I hope you're in.
You will.
Excellent.
Oh, look, our total's going down now. Someone's revoked their donation.
We're trying to get 1,000 before this hour ends, so that'd be amazing if we can get there. Let's see if it happens.
If you don't donate to us, Doug will try to kiss you.
Yes, there you go. That'll drive it up.
All right.
Tracy, ready for our next game?
Nope. Yes, this game is called Emotional Option. And I think if Eric can put our little ask into the YouTube feed
I have done that.
And I will explain now the game. Way this game is going to work for emotional option. Doug and Eric are going to be performing a scene together, and we're going to collect different emotions, any types of emotions from you, our viewers. And throughout the scene that they're going to be doing, I can at any time shout out to them an emotion, and they're going to have to just pivot right into that emotion within the scene that they're performing. So it's kind of, I get to be a little bit of a puppet master for their feelings. Just like the writers at Pixar. Just pulling your emotional strings.
I refuse.
Don't look at me like that, Eric. It works.
I refuse being this heavy into a theme this early in the night.
It's too late. We're in. We've found the game. We're going to beat the heck out of it. Okay.
I see some interesting. Oh yes, okay. You did ask. Oh yes, we were also looking for an occupation, of course, to get the scene started. I got confused when I was like, when is proctologist an emotion?
I don't know. I
get pretty emotional.
Emotions, I think. Yeah. Also, who wrote that in there? Who has moderation capabilities in this feed? All right, well, we've got some good suggestions rolling in here. Keep the emotions rolling in here. I see lots of occupations. And then keep the emotions rolling in, and we'll play with those. But we've got enough here to get us started. So let's see the first. Let's see the occupation. Doug and Eric, you were going to do a scene in which you are playing the roles of you're both politicians.
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 This is an emotional option. You are politicians. You may begin.
Oh man.
Look, I don't know if we can get away with some of the stuff we're getting away with.
Oh no, we're totally getting away with it.
And things are just falling right into place.
I mean, you have to remember, people are dumb.
They're buying all this stuff. All we have to do is tell them, hey, I'm taking a pill, and they're going to take it too. All I have to do is tell them that I'm drinking a drink, and they're drinking it too.
Well, yeah, I mean, because, again, people try to aspire to be us, right?
Right. We make millions off of people.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to have this money, this pay, this retirement for the rest of our lives. We don't have to do a dang thing the rest of our lives. We could do this for 50 years and kick back and relax and do nothing.
Overwhelmed.
I don't know if I can do it.
I mean, think about it. Once you're out, then they start, you know what they do next? Lobbyists.
Right.
Immediately on that list.
Right. I can't convince people to do things.
I'm horrible at this.
I can barely convince myself to get out of bed in the morning.
Exactly. And you're in the same place every single day.
I just, we've been doing this for so long. I just feel like there's too many things on my desk.
It's muscle memory.
Right.
Doing it without even thinking.
Jealousy.
But you're getting away with it.
Oh, come on.
You have made hundreds of thousands of major dollar donations, and I'm just sitting in the tens of thousands. I haven't achieved your level yet.
But I mean, you've got so many like big corporations in your pocket.
Well, I do. I got the Koch brothers, and that's that. When you got the Koch brothers, you own the world.
I wish I had the Koch brothers. Okay.
Despair.
But they just aren't giving enough.
They're getting old.
Right. One of them's already died, and I'm still getting money from him.
It's weird. It's like, wait, do you think you're getting money from like a ghost?
I could be, but would that be illegal to take that money, or would that is that right or
Oh no.
wrong?
Passive aggressive.
I don't really care. I can do what I want.
I mean, it would be maybe illegal. I mean, perhaps if you were, I don't know, someone who worked with laws, you might actually know them. But
Yeah,
you
they
know,
ask us to know the Constitution. What is that?
I mean, yeah,
Whatever.
I mean, you of course got a lot of people that can read it for you out loud. I'm just kind of sitting here alone.
Paranoid.
You're alone? Are you sure you're alone?
I think I'm alone.
I think you're alone now.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
There might be somebody in the corner. If you look over your shoulder, I think I see somebody. But I'm not trying to scare you, but there might be somebody there.
Okay.
Joyful.
There is somebody there. Hey, there's more people in your office. That's so great. You have people. I haven't seen people in weeks.
Oh, well, I mean, they're all masked up, so it's not like I can, I can't hug them. I can't.
Right. But you can love them for being there.
I enjoy their company. It really helps my extrovertedness. Yes.
Right. You can talk and communicate. And, yeah, that's a muffled communication, but it's great.
Pathetic.
Yeah, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
You really are my only friend.
Oh.
If I had to be in a universe, I'd be in your universe. But because I can't stand to live in comic book universes.
Yeah, well, I gotta go to the bathroom, so hold on.
You do?
Ecstatic.
Oh, you're going to the bathroom!
I can do that. I just gotta, glove up.
Glove up and make sure you wash them 30 times.
Exactly. And
then throw on that stuff that dries out your skin. It's gonna be great.
Yes. And if I wear this and a hoodie, I look like a ninja.
Ooh, and I bet you that doesn't bother anybody in the White House at all.
Not at all.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
You can be a bandit. I can be a bandit running through the office, the Oval Office, and no one will care.
And here's the thing. I am telling you the absolute truth.
And people are buying it. And they can't read your lips.
This is amazing.
Proctologist. Scene. That's the scene.
Nice.
Congratulations. Good job. Good job, fellas.
That was wonderful. Wonderful stuff.
So we are actually going to move on now to a game called Late for Work. So for that, we're going to be asking for a bunch of stuff. So we have 3 categories of things, so we'll just take all the suggestions we want. But this is going to be one of our guessing games. So we unfortunately will need to say goodbye to Tracy. So everybody wave bye to Tracy.
Bye. And she's going to turn off her sound and her video and not look at her screen, right? Yep. Except to see us waving at her.
Except to see us waving at her. So she's closed away her chat. She can't see any of the suggestions. They're going to be in front. I kind of have put out in the chat as I'm explaining this, we're going to need a place of business, a reason for being late, and a subject for a presentation. Now, none of those need to be related, and you can throw all 3 in at once, and we may pick and choose from different people. Like I said, we personally, I've enjoyed all of the suggestions I've been seeing. So please keep those going, because again, without you, we are literally going to just talk until we get them, because we don't know how many people are actually out there. So with that being said,
I'm excited for this because we did this kind of as a Zoom gag. Normally we play this differently, but I'm excited. This is the first time we've played this like this.
Yes, normally we play this game out in front, and we normally have a bunch of people. But this is a game called Late for Work. Now, the way that this game is going to work, Tracy has a Zoom meeting that she's needing to do at her place of business. I'm sure a thing a lot of people have been having nowadays. Unfortunately, Tracy is running a little late. So she is going to need to try to figure out where and for what business is the Zoom meeting happening. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to make sense that they're having a Zoom meeting. It could be any kind of thing. It can be a brand. It can be just,
Zoom having a Zoom meeting.
Could be Zoom having a Zoom meeting. As far as that goes, we don't want to give away all the suggestions.
Right.
This is going to be a thing that Tracy is going to need to have to guess. So it is a situation where Tracy's going to need to have to guess that. She's also going to have to guess why she was late to this meeting. And again, does not need to be related. And then it will also be basically she is late for the presentation she's going to need to give. And she has no idea what the presentation is for. And so she is going to have to try to guess all three of these things. And she will be given hints by me and Doug, whether they will be helpful or hindering. Find out shortly. I cannot move, but I can speak. And Doug cannot speak, but he can move. So Doug is going to be trying to give Tracy charade hints, and I'm essentially going to be trying to give her hints without moving. So I've seen a couple trickling in now, so I'm glad that they're coming. So far, I've seen a couple of places, one or two reasons why. I have not necessarily seen a subject yet, but I don't want to, twist that too heavy. We want to keep these coming. And again, Tracy cannot hear any of what we're talking about. Okay. You know what? I think I might have found the one I'm looking for. Almost all three of them that I kind of want to see.
I think I know which ones you're talking about.
Possibly, but it's a hard call. I do see a couple here. I think we're gonna go with and I'm being a little favoritism because it is my mom.
No.
But we're gonna say Tracy works at a convenience store. Do we want to be more specific than that, Doug?
No, I think that's good.
It'll be a convenience store. And they were late because of a car accident. And they're going to give a presentation on fire safety. So I just went all the way across. I see all of those. All right, Mom, don't be passive aggressive. Mother's Day was recent, and I may have forgotten to call. So we'll see how that works out later in life. But yes.
Call your mother.
I know. I gave a beautiful speech on this show, and then I forgot to call Mom.
No.
So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and bring Tracy back. So we're going to try to give her some kind of indication on how we're doing this. So let's go ahead and we'll bring Tracy back in, waving as best as we can until she pops up.
Watch, this may never work. It may never happen.
Yeah, now it goes down.
I can't hear anything.
Hi, Tracy.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to mute myself since I have to motion.
Doug will be giving you the charade clues. I will be giving you the non-charade clues.
Oh, great.
All right. So here we go. All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming to the Zoom meeting. Tracy, thank you for finally showing up.
So sorry. It's so embarrassing. I hate being late to these things.
Well,
especially because I'm at home. Where else am I gonna be?
Yeah, no, sometimes, but these meetings are here, to kind of gas us up, make us really get what we need to do. And we can't just come and go as we please. We have to actually do things. Right.
No, I completely understand. It'd be a real inconvenience for me to be late like this.
Yes, it's a terrible, terrible inconvenience. All right.
Yeah, I mean, even though people aren't maybe driving around as much as they once were, it's still important to people to have access to gas stations and convenience stores like this one.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
Well, okay. So I'm glad that you realize what we do.
Of course.
Yeah. So why were you late?
Oh well, it's a little embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah, it was I was driving, of course. Trying to use up some of our incredibly cheap gasoline, and I had just a head-on collision.
Okay.
And I was shocked. I was so like, oh no, I hardly ever leave my house, and then this happens, and
yeah, you made an error, quite a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely, a big mistake.
A big mistake.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those automobile accidents.
No, you had a car accident. I get it. A car accident happened because you seem to be in fine shape.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
And to me, it's a little ironic considering what you're about to give a presentation on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose you're right. It's.
I mean, we had to stop and drop everything. All right.
Yeah. Of course. Yes. I here to give my. It's. I'm probably the last person to give, and he talks about safety, right? And I mean, you certainly couldn't talk about automobile safety, and then definitely not, fire safety.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
It feels bad. All right. So, you're also the note taker.
Oh, shoot, I was supposed to write all this down. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead and.
Yeah. So, let's see. Meeting started. Tracy was late to the gas station, the convenience store Zoom meeting because she had a car accident and on her way to make the presentation about fire safety.
Hey, wow, look at that. Tracy nailed that pretty quick.
It was actually pretty well. I didn't have to give.
It's Doug's expert mimery.
People are going to look back and going, is he spazzing out or what is happening?
Answer is always yes.
Yes. Was it an actual match or was that like a flashlight?
That was an actual match, yes. I looked over and I saw a match on my desk and thought, perfect.
Whoa.
One rule in improv, Douglas, you don't use props.
Well, and I had the match in front of me, so I thought I'd take it.
Sounds like a bit of a pyromaniac we've got going on here.
My basement now smells wonderful.
Bet it does, as well as the air circulates in that place. I've been over to his house, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like he's got this weird kind of thing. But anyway.
Eric and I have a weird thing, not my house.
Sure. I'll stop him when he's wrong. So with that being said, Doug's going to basically give a ask for what will be probably our final game for the evening.
But before we do, Eric, you want to tell them a little more about your thing and what you're doing for some of these, like Rhea just donated to us on Omaha Gives, and people can still donate on Omaha Gives.
Fantastic.
I need to hear you say her name in an insecure tone.
No, I didn't. Dowhauer?
There you go. That's the sauce.
There we go. I'm sure I slaughtered it. You're welcome, Rhea. I love you.
With that being said, something that we announced probably about 8 o'clock this morning. Omaha Gives is one of the big things, and I will probably ramble a little bit about Omaha Gives because I do feel like it's more so this year than any other. Omaha Gives is a very important thing. A lot of places are in Omaha, around the world even, And especially where it hits hardest for me is in the arts organizations. A lot of arts people, they have grants, they have funding, they get donations, they get all of that kind of stuff. But there are places that literally their lifeblood is based off of ticket sales and box office sales. And in a situation like this, that's not going to be coming in. So they're having to make a lot of adjustments. I know of two summer theaters that I have been a very big part of, namely the Brownville Village Theater, and I'm also going to include the Florentine Players in that. Basically, Brownville is not going to have a season this year, and they used to do 90 shows over a summer, over a cost of a month and a half, and they're not going to be able to have anything like that. The Florentine Players, by now, we would be finishing up a melodrama and getting ready to do what would be our third show of the year. And we unfortunately are not going to be able to do that. We weren't able to do that. And, we are kind of hoping that we're even going to be able to do one show in the fall. And even that right now is up in the air. The Blue Barn, the Playhouse, folks like that, they kind of know how to get it. The Loft, I know, is kind of, everybody's having to try to figure out other ways to make money. And one of the big things you can do is help by donating to places on days like this. I am a firm believer, and I always say this, and one of the reasons why we made Big Canvas a not-for-profit. I feel like every person in the world should at least attempt one performing art. Now, whether that be theater, poetry, music, writing, all of that kind of stuff is a thing that I believe everyone should try at least once, because it definitely builds the skills for like public speaking, confidence in yourself, ability to quickly work with others, teamwork, all of that kind of thing are all the skills that you would learn with improv. And then it would be a situation, you get all of that kind of stuff with performing arts. And why I say improv has all the fun of theater with not as much of the work. And that's not to say improv isn't work, but it is a thing where, again, if I was fighting a dragon in a theater show, I'd have to write what I was going to say, build costumes, build the dragon, build a prop, do all of that kind of stuff. Whereas with improv, I can just go, I'm going to fight a dragon, and then I'm immediately fighting the dragon. And you can have that kind of fun. So with that in mind, and one of the reasons, so you don't think I'm completely loco when I talk about this, what I would like and what I proposed for the day is anybody who donates to Big Canvas. There is a post that has my smiling picture. And yes, Tracy with that address down there. Anybody that donates to Big Canvas, if you go to our Facebook page, and there is a post that has my face, if you put down your amount and another Omaha Gives charity, I will basically match your donation to Big Canvas to that other charity. So at a time like this where money might be a little bit tighter for some folks, I'm trying to make that donation stretch a little longer. There's a lot of other organizations that have helped Big Canvas, folks like the Apollon,
Game Ministries, which is where Sozo Coffee House is at.
Correct. And again, Florentine Players really is another group that
Spielbound.
Yeah, Spielbound is another that gives us great opportunities. Nebraska Shakespeare Festival, all of that kind of stuff. So we want to be able to be out around town, but we also want to make sure that you're able to spread as much kindness and caring and positivity as you can. And again, if you realize that you made a donation and forgot to do that, I'm basically leaving that window open till midnight tonight. Well, maybe not till midnight tonight. It's a situation where I got to be able to find it. I'm going to be on Facebook pretty much all night tonight, waiting for people to post. And as long as I can as long as I can donate to Omaha Gives, I will make sure that I'm donating to that charity of your choosing. And then I will make sure that you get a receipt or confirmation that I've done that, just because I want you to know that I'm definitely a man of my word, and you're able to get that done. I think I've rambled on enough.
That was wonderful.
But yeah, no, seriously. So it wasn't a trick. Nobody hacked me. I'm basically making a limit of 2,500. If we ever get a year where, I have to give that up, I will give it up gladly. No, and I'm saying this knowing my mom's in the chat. So I want to make sure that stuff's happening.
That's awesome, Eric. And yeah, like you said, Big Canvas has grown because of all these different nonprofit organizations. Most of the groups that you've talked about, they've allowed us to perform. They've hired us to perform. We've performed in their location until we started our own location. We're now working with the Fringe Fest to help them grow. They're going to be performing at our place. So there's a lot going on, and every little bit helps. And we've partnered with a lot of organizations, Benson Theater, Spillbound, and things. And so
KPAO is the other one I want to.
Which one?
KPAO, the public access.
Oh, yeah. KPAO. Yeah, that's another one that had us on TV, and they're still gonna, once we get back into the theater, we're gonna be doing things with them. So we've thrived and survived because of a lot of nonprofits that have reached out and asked for our help, and so we want to help them, and Eric wants to help them, and so yeah, please donate. You got a few more hours left. Cool. Well, we're going to play a game called World's Worst. So what I asked for was some world's worst occupations, and we're going to show you those world's worst things. So let's start off with the world's worst ice cream truck driver. World's worst ice cream truck driver. I really don't like kids, and I'm lactose intolerant.
I'm Doug, and I like to start fires.
Hey, what flavor do you want? Lemon? Oh, you want lemon lime? Okay, just a second.
No.
Oh. That was gross. Sorry, the bell doesn't work. And I don't have any cool music, and I got a flat tire and everything's melted. So would you like soup?
Oh, so you like an ice cream, eh? Well, no problem. I'll get to milking the cow here, and we'll have it ready for you in about 3 days.
Okay, so here's your twist cone. Oh, you only wanted chocolate. Just give me a minute.
No.
Go.
Eric's into the gross stuff tonight. All right. All right. Give us world's worst baker. World's worst baker.
Confirming I heard the right word.
Baker.
Okay. And I can't do any of the gross things I've done.
Well, never actually made bread before, but everybody else on the internet's doing it. How hard can it be? And yeah, how many loaves can I put you down for?
I needed the loaves with my own bare hands. And I'm back to needing the loaf.
Back to being gross. Hi. I'm the piano playing baker boy.
Oh, God. You want that re or ciabatta?
Sorry, I'm making myself laugh more than anything. How about world's worst chef?
Oh, you already know I'm gonna sneeze in this one.
I can make anything. As long as it can be microwaved, I am your guy.
I only use the finest shrimps that I can find on the Platte River in Nebraska.
Yeah, sure. I directed a Iron Man movie, so maybe I can do some cooking.
God damn you and your theme.
All right, we'll move on. How about world's worst teacher? World's worst teacher. Oh, God. Sorry, I got to do it. Hi, I'm Ben Sass. I figured I'd start you off with a good little bit of information.
Hello and welcome to Council Bluffs.
Hey, you know me. I'm your mom, and why do I have to do this now? Why am I in charge of your? I can't. I already have a job. Why are you here? Why do you need me now? I just.
All right, kids, we're gonna be welcome to biology. We're gonna be dissecting the frog. Now, if you make your first
Derek? I think he's done. Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. Campbell. I want to welcome you all to your first Zoom class. What I'd like everyone to do is turn off their video, mute their sound, and ignore me sleeping.
You don't need book smarts, all right? You need street smarts. So we're going to go on a little field trip here today. Who's ever been to a crack house before?
All right, we'll end. Oh, nope. Go ahead, Eric.
How in God's name does this thing work? I don't see anything. Just boxes. This makes no sense. In my day, we would have just brought them to the same place. And
Okay, and we'll end our wonderful evening here with world's worst lawyer. World's worst lawyer.
now, I just may be a simple country lawyer who's not exactly sure what's happening, but I can tell you this for a fact. I learned everything I needed by watching Matlock when I was 7.
Greetings. I'm a complicated city lawyer, and I learned everything I need to know about law from watching David E. Kelly's The Practice.
Hi, my name is Stephen, and I'm with the Disney Corporation, and I would like to give you a cease and desist.
Ugh. What are we doing here? Let's do some justice. Oh.
Look, I don't believe in book law. I believe in street law. You ever been to a crack house before?
Now, Mr. Turner, if you would please tell the court who it was that you saw pulling the murder weapon on the victim. Someone other than me, Mr. Turner, please.
So these two Utes. That's all I got.
The right honorable judge would allow the lawyer to continue if he can learn how to spell the word Utes.
Y-U-T.
Not even close, counselor.
And we'll end it right there. Excellent. Thank you guys for joining us on as Eric and Tracy come back, for joining us on the YouTubes and the Facebooks and the interwebs as we celebrate Omaha Gives. Please, you got a few more hours to donate. You guys want to end with anything? Say anything?
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for if you haven't donated, thinking about donating, appreciate it. If you have donated, thank you for your donation. Tell somebody, like I said again, if you like the show, show it to your friends, and if you hated the show, show it to your enemies. Like us.
Use it as torture.
Yes. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell when we decide to kind of get a wild hair and put on these shows with hopefully different people and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, be watching for some calendar stuff starting in June, because it sounds like we're going to be in this for a while. So we're gonna introduce some other big canvas people and other shows and have them play and have a good time with us. So check it out. Be watching on our website and our Facebook and our Twitter and our Instagram and all that good stuff.
That website is bigcanvascomedy.com.
Ooh. And you can, I know we're kind of pushing for a donation today, being Omaha Gives, but we will accept donations year round. We are an arts organization, so I definitely do lump us in with all of those groups that this whole messy nonsense has affected. So we want to, we will take it whenever and for how much you want to give to us. We always appreciate it. And again, every little bit helps in, affecting costs and whatnot. So thank you so much.
Yeah, if you happen upon this and are feeling generous after the Omaha Gives window has lapsed, we do have a handy donate button on our website at bigcanvascomedy.com. And we're always happy to accept your kindness and charity.
Excellent. Thank you guys and good night.
Be safe, everybody. Thanks.